For centuries, Africa has been drawn smaller than it truly is. Not by mistake, but by design. Today, we dive deep into the history of Africa's map, why it has been distorted, and why a powerful new movement is demanding change. Before we begin, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into African history and global narratives. And stay tuned, because I want to hear your opinion in the comments. Do you think changing the map can change Africa's future? Long before Europe began producing maps, Africa had its own cartographers. Ancient Egyptians mapped the Nile. Scholars in Timbuktu recorded trade routes across the Sahara. African civilizations had a deep knowledge of geography, astronomy, and mathematics. But the map that shaped the modern world came from Gerardus Mercator in 1569. His Mercator projection revolutionized navigation, preserving directions for sailors. But it came at a cost. It stretched land masses near the poles, shrinking those near the equator. Over time, this projection left the seas and entered our schools, atlases, and even Google Maps. And that is where the problem begins. On the Mercator projection, Greenland looks nearly the same size as Africa. But in reality, Africa is 14 times larger. Europe appears comparable, but in truth, Africa can contain the United States, China, India, Japan, and all of Europe, and still have room to spare. Maps aren't neutral. By making Europe and North America look larger, the Mercator projection shaped generations to see them as more important, while minimizing Africa. Subtle distortions became powerful psychological tools. Did you ever realize Africa was that large? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to know when you first discovered the true size of Africa. Other projections reveal the truth. The Gaulle-Peters projection shows accurate land sizes, but distorts shapes. The newer Equal Earth projection, created in 2018, balances both, giving us a fairer view of the world. In these projections, Africa is revealed as massive, undeniable, stretching wide across the equator. It commands space. It demands recognition. In April 2025, groups like Africa No Filter and Speak Up Africa launched the Number Correct the Map campaign. Their call is simple. Stop teaching distorted maps. Start using Equal Earth. Show Africa's real size. The African Union has endorsed the movement. They argue this is more than geography. It's about restoring dignity and identity. If children grow up seeing Africa small, they may subconsciously see it as less important. Change the map, and you change the narrative. But is that really enough? That's where opinions start to split. Across Africa and the diaspora, people have strong, divided views. Some say Africa doesn't need the West's approval. We can simply draw our own maps, print them in our classrooms, and teach our children the truth. Others argue, maps matter, yes, but what really matters is governance. A bigger Africa on paper won't fix poverty, corruption, or unemployment. Some emphasize unity. The real battle isn't the map, it's Africans uniting, using their natural resources wisely, and building strong industries. And many point to history. The Mercator projection was another colonial tool, shaping how the world undervalued Africa. What do you think? Would changing the map actually change mindsets? Or is it just symbolism? Let's talk in the comments. At Pixel History, we believe this movement is both powerful and symbolic. Maps shape perception. They influence how the world, and how young Africans themselves, see Africa. But symbolism must go hand in hand with substance. It's not enough for Africa to look large on a map if it remains weakened by corruption, poor governance, and underdevelopment. true progress will come when Africa's visual size matches its real power in economics, education, and global leadership. Imagine a continent where children grow up seeing Africa not just as large on paper, but as a global force in reality, innovating, producing, and leading. That's when the map and reality finally align. So the next time you see a world map, remember, it might not be telling the full story. Africa is vast, in land, in people, and in potential. And as the world debates how to draw it, the real question is, how will Africans shape it? If you found this video eye-opening, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more African history brought to life. And tell us in the comments, do you think correcting the map is the first step toward correcting Africa's future?